Sup everyone, welcome to Photoshop video tutorial part 2, Vectorized. What I'm gonna teach you is we'll transform ordinary pictures into this. So we'll be needing a photo to edit. So click on File, Open, and find a picture that you want to work on and hit Open. There, so click on a new layer and the pen tool to start tracing her shades. Well, you see, pen tool is not that hard to use. You just have to click and drag the handles to make a smooth curve. And if you're having a hard time with the pen tool, you could always search on the net for tutorials. After tracing her shades, right click on make selection and hit OK. And now that we have selected her shades, we now click on the eyedropper tool and select the color of the shades. Click the paint bucket tool and start filling. And then we deselect by clicking on the rectangular marquee tool and press Ctrl D. Don't forget to rename your layers because we'll be working on a lot of layers, so you won't be confused. After which, we do the same step that we did in tracing and filling up the frame of her shades. So just do the same step. Trace with the pen tool, right click, and then click make selection. Use the eyedropper tool to copy the color. Use the paint bucket tool to fill it up. And then deselect by clicking on the rectangular marquee tool and pressing Ctrl D. Now click on a new layer. And now just repeat the same steps. You see, this tutorial is really easy in such a way that you just have to follow the same steps over and over to come up with a big picture. And now we're going to be tracing her hair on a new layer. And now we're done filling up the picture with solid colors. Now what we do is to finish up some details like her lips and her eyebrows. And before we move on, make sure that your layers are very well organized. So you could just place them in one folder. And now that we're done filling up the solid colors and our layers are now organized, we then proceed to the next step, which is putting on shadows. So you could have a more realistic vector. Just below the paint bucket tool, click on the dodge tool so that we could put some sort of reflection on her shades. Remember that we use the dodge tool in order to lighten up some parts of the picture, and we use the burn tool to put shadows on it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new.